Okay, everybody, another episode number 2 of Who's Who in Santa Cruz. Do you like that?
I like that.
Who's Who in Santa Cruz. And I've chosen my friend right here. I swear I don't have it written down. I'm not going to butcher her name. Her name is Sarah Blankenship Ryan.
Yeah, well, I go by Sarah Ryan usually, but yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Should we just go with Sarah Ryan?
Let's go with Sarah Ryan.
Okay, now Sarah's been with Capitola PD for before I was even born.
I don't know about that.
How many years?
About 18 years.
And are you a sergeant?
No,
what
sir.
are you?
I am a captain.
You're a captain?
I'm a police captain. It's okay.
I should do notes, but I don't.
It's okay.
You guys are a captain.
It doesn't matter.
How far are you from booting Andy Daly out of his job as a connected?
Never give that guy the boot. He's fantastic.
Right? Isn't
Never
he
give him the
fantastic?
boot.
Well, he runs the whole show.
He runs the show.
But so you're born and raised where?
I'm born and raised here in Santa Cruz County.
And you joined the. Oh my gosh! You joined the police force when?
In 2005, Capitola Police Department.
Capitola?
Yeah, well, I chose Capitola. Yeah, I did.
When did you decide that you want to be in law enforcement?
I decided around the late 90s when I was finishing my bachelor's degree at San Jose State.
In what?
I got my bachelor's degree in social work. It was some advice that was given to me years ago, not to do criminal justice because I was going to get that in law enforcement to do something different. And
Did you always want to be in law enforcement?
I wanted to be in emergency services. It took me a while to figure out where I wanted to land.
Emergency services being fire?
Fire. I went to EMT school, and I didn't make the good choice. I did not become a firefighter. Well, I mean, they got it pretty good. I like what they do. I'm just jealous.
4 days on, 5, 6, 7, 8 days.
Yeah, they get to work out. They have that cool red truck.
They drive down East Glen Drive more than any other car or truck.
Yeah.
Around.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
just,
hey, if you were in a car like that, I mean, wouldn't you? I mean, it's fantastic.
Yeah, like $1 million
fantastic.
truck.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I played with the concept of going over and, chasing money in San Jose and working over there. And I just, in the police business, and really decided that it wasn't about that, and that if I played my cards right, things would be okay for me, financially here, and that I wanted just to be a part of my community. So.
I mean, you were in the police department, probably one of the most greatest towns or villages in California.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, come on. It's like, how can you have a bad day?
It's serve and protect this community.
Well, and what I love is that even though in the law enforcement community, I'll get teased for working for the small agency of Capitola,
The teasing is just jealousy.
Well, and all my colleagues, many of my colleagues, enjoy the city on their days off. They come, they hang out, they bring their families here. Why? Because they feel safe. It's a fantastic place to be. It's just a good overall vibe. And that's because of the people that work here. It's not magic. You got public works, you've got city staff, you've got the police department, community service officers. I mean, it's real people that are doing that work.
I'm not going to go into much about this because this is about you.
Okay.
But it seems like the Santa Cruz PD, which I've been involved with in my midtown block party, there's very few of them, and they have a lot of issues to deal with. Where do you seem to have less issues here in Capitola? On a daily basis, for example, with homeless people.
Yeah.
And homeless people being such a problem with crime.
Yeah.
Talking to one officer, he said 99% of the crime is done
by the unhoused population.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think. So that's a community in itself, and that could be a whole nother discussion.
This is not about that.
Right, but I mean, my understanding is that even that population feels safe here. A lot of our unhoused population that are here are the solo person that can't make it in the streets of Santa Cruz. They don't want their stuff stolen from them. They know that we're going to protect and defend them, and we also have a reputation for keeping up with those community relations.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know if our population is different, right? So would their calls for service-wise less? Absolutely.
It's just a solution that hasn't been found yet.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
and we're a small county, so there's collaborative efforts and conversations that are always happening of how do we get through this.
So as captain, what's your daily kind of duty? What do you oversee? Can you tell me?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we just went back to the model that I was hired under, where we have 2 captains again, which is fantastic for succession planning and growth. So I'm technically the administrative captain. So I oversee everything involving facility, the cars, people. I mean, the operations captain is Mike Kilroy, and we collaborate basically to run the agency and make sure the chief gets to do chief stuff.
Chief gets to surf.
Yeah.
Play golf.
And hiring and training, and I'm really involved in training. I'm really proud of where we've been able to take Capitola in terms of our sustainability with training and being able to actually partner with the allied agencies and bring offer trainings for them. We're small, so we haven't been seen that way as being able to give back to our partners, and now we are, and so I'm really proud of that.
Capitola's very busy. Right?
There's a lot going on.
It's always a lot going on.
It's a special event every weekend.
It's a profit. I know. It's a profit-making machine. Every weekend there's something going on.
There's always something going on.
Something going on. And you have to touch bases with you.
Oh yeah.
Every time we do a show, every time we do a show here, the police are involved.
Mm-hmm. A lot of moving parts and negotiating the impacts on the police department, public works, and then the community that lives here.
Yeah.
So.
I'm interested to find out about when President Biden came, right?
Mm-hmm. He did.
What did you like? Oh shit! Right.
Yeah,
how did you, that's something you tackle every day.
No,
right?
no.
So how did you go about tackling that issue?
Yeah.
Having a president show up on your doorstep.
Right. So, albeit from the outside perspective, seems like an honor to have a president, regardless of how you vote. Having a president show up to your town takes a lot of moving parts, and so coordinating that and then being ready to really pivot because president and his team makes decisions on game day that maybe we weren't prepared for, and then we have a beach, and that you really can't keep people away from the distance that maybe some of his staff members would want. So, but I mean, having Gavin Newsom and President Biden come to this town was huge in terms of also putting our pain and suffering on the map. And I mean, there's suffering all over the planet. So it's definitely that feeling of why us. But
did you enjoy that experience?
I enjoyed the experience.
Did you get to meet him?
I did.
Yeah?
I did.
Oh,
I did.
cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
I met him when he flew in, and
So there's a lot of collaboration. A lot of different agencies.
A lot. Yeah, we could never pull something off like that without our partners. Absolutely not.
What's the main thing that's different between your 18 years of police work? What's the main difference when you started to where you are right now?
For me personally, or for the profession?
Is it more dangerous? You see a lot of, you hear about it in the news every day with guns. Guns that used to
so
be.
that's, I mean, for the profession as a whole, it's changed. Sure, some of the risk factors have changed.
Just making a traffic stop. If I was a cop or if I was my kid was a cop, I mean, I'd be so worried that just a plain Jane traffic stop can be dangerous.
It can be dangerous. I mean, the way that the criminal justice system has navigated our arrests. So I find that now as a law enforcement leader, I focus more on training our officers to do their job and to do it as well and as thorough as they possibly can, and to not get too wrapped up in what's going to happen next for that person. That as long as they do their job and continue to work for justice and all the things that we stand for everybody, to really stay focused on that.
You still love the job?
I love it. It changes because as
I always see you in yoga. And,
I get to wear pink patches for the month of October. Yep, to support cancer awareness.
Yeah.
And
what are these ones on your collar?
This is insignia of a captain.
Oh, it's insignia of a captain.
See, if you knew that, you would have known that they don't have sergeant stripes. But then again,
I don't know where I got sergeant from. So what's the next step?
For me, I'd love to be a chief here.
Yeah.
I mean, I've given my heart and soul to Capitola and this county, really. I mean, I love Santa Cruz County as a whole. So
You think you will be one day?
That's my goal.
That's your goal?
Yeah.
Good
I mean,
for you.
as long as I don't get in my own way,
Yeah.
that is my plan. I'd like to, as you move up, you have the opportunity, a little more influence on positive change for the profession and the community. So that's really my end goal. I would like to go out like that and then leave my department in a good standing. We have some great young leaders in there to just continue to pay it forward.
Well, I thank you for your service. I thank you for your
Neil.
friendship too. So,
Yeah, thank you.
You've been a good friend.
Like to see you in yoga.
We go to yoga.
Yeah,
we
sweating it out.
Every day, moaning and groaning.
No, the moaning and groaning is you.
Swear words. I know.
Everybody knows, Neil.
You need to swear again. Like, no, that's pretty good. Thanks for the time.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it.